everybody, welcome to another video, and today you're going to see what I've read during my June and July because I was very lazy to do a wrap-up. I had life going on, work, family, and just a lot of stuff, but that's another story for another time. I'm just gonna go ahead and start. For June and July, I read a total of 22 books, which is not that bad, but I wish I could have read more. Last summer, I read about 30 plus books, and it was like the most amazing summer of my life because it was just books all around. But August is my birthday month. Hopefully a book haul is going to be here in my channel. I don't know when, but yes, I don't even know when I'm doing that. But okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and start with what I read in June. So the first book that I read is Afterburn by Sheila Day. I gave this a 3 out of 4 stars on Goodreads. It wasn't that great of a read. I was pretty disappointed by it. I mean, I enjoyed some parts, but then I didn't enjoy some parts. I don't know. I was just really interested in reading something more by Sheila Day. So I went ahead and went to the second. These books were really short. I heard they were bind up, so I don't know. I read Aftershock by Sheila Day, which is like kind of like the sequel to it. A duology, I guess you could say. This ended pretty quickly, and I did not enjoy this at all. I gave it a 2 out of 5 stars on Goodreads, and I've never given a rating star so low in my entire life. Well, after that, I went and I read Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secret of the Universe by Benjamin Ali de Science. A lot of people on Booktube community have really raved about this book, and I knew I wanted to read it. I just didn't know when. And the only thing I knew about this book were about 2 kids who were best friends, and that's basically it. And it was a story about their friendship. But when I got to reading it, it was the most beautiful book I've read in a while, and I needed this because after the disappointment of Aftershock and Afterburn by Sheila Day, this was a breath, like fresh air to me. This book is beautiful from beginning to end. It was just a struggle with cultural differences, sexual orientation. It was just an amazing book, and I really, really highly recommend it. I give this a 4.5 out of 5 stars, if I'm not correct, mostly because the main character frustrated me a bit. But other than that, I absolutely loved the story and the characters, and just, it was beautiful. Now, the next couple of books that I read, they're actually graphic novels / comic books. I don't know if you're aware, maybe not. I am used to be a fan of My Chemical Romance, and these comics were kind of like a story by Jared Way, who was the lead singer of My Chemical Romance, and these are the the True Lives of the Fabulous Killjoys by, well, Jared Way, Sean Simon, and Becky Cloonan. This is kind of like a sequel / ending of the Sing video. If you have not seen the Sing video or the Na 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 video, I'm going to link down below so you could watch them, and then maybe if you want to read this, you go ahead and read this. And I really love them. I finished them like in an hour or so. I really love the story. I really love like the message in some way, and it's basically about killjoys. They call them killjoys, and in this world they're basically like running out of time, I guess you could say. Time in a sense that they want to take over the world, this company or this industry, and well, the only person that can save them is this girl, and you will see her in the video if you actually click on the links below. But yeah, I think each of these I gave them a 4 out of 5, and one of them I gave them a 5. 2 of them I gave a 5 out of 5 because it was just such an amazing story. I really enjoyed this, Jared Way all the way. So yeah, I went ahead and also read Umbrella Academy, which is also by Jared Way and Gabriel Ba. I first read Umbrella Academy, Apocalypse Suit. I enjoyed this so much. I've heard about Umbrella Academy for a while now. I did not know what it was about. The only thing I knew about was about children being adopted who had superpowers and kind of save the world. That's basically all you need to know, so you have to read this. The cover is beautiful. The characters, the drawings, I mean, the illustrations is just amazing. I gave this a 4 out of 5 on Goodreads, or a 5, I'm not really sure. But I am in love with this. The next thing that I read, which was kind of surprising, I took a bit of time to read this, mostly because I wanted to read something else. I read Tango by Emma Chase. This book I enjoyed so much, mostly because of the narrator, who is a dude. Very, very egotistical asshole, but I really enjoyed it because it was different from what I've read other books. And it's basically about a guy who falls in love with a girl, but this girl is engaged, sort of thing, and well, she falls for her and just everything breaks loose, and this guy has never experienced love, and he says love is he's sick, lovesick, basically. That's all I'm gonna say to you. I gave this a 4 out of 5 on Goodreads, if I'm not mistaken. If not, I'm sorry. The next book that I read is actually like a continuation of Umbrella Academy. This is Umbrella Academy Dallas. I gave this a 4 out of 5 on Goodreads. I enjoyed it, but not as much as I enjoyed the Apocalypse. Again, amazing. Check it out. The next book that I read is Rune Rising by Leigh Bardugo. This is actually the third and final book of the Grisha trilogy, and some people that I've heard of have not liked the ending because of Maul. I have no idea what is wrong with you people not liking Maul. Maul is just my baby. I feel like he's the Adam of the Shatter Me series for me, because I love Adam from the Shatter Me series, and I have not read Ignite Me because it pisses me off that it was basically fan service, but that's just my opinion. Either way, I love this series so much. I did not expect any of whatever happened in that book. I'm not gonna get into it because it's basically a major spoiler. This book is beautiful written. The world is beautiful. It's a complicated world, but it's once you get into it, you dive into it, it's just an amazing experience overall. And I gave this book a 4 out of 5, mostly because it's not that I didn't like it. I love it, don't get me wrong, but I had a hard time getting into this book for some reason. Maybe because I had a reading slump before that, but I don't know. So, I think those were my June books. Now we're going to go to my July books. The first book that I read in July is The Lightning Thief by Rick Riordan, which is part of the Percy Jackson's and the Olympia series, or I think it's backwards. Yeah, I've never read them, so I started them. I had a really hard time getting into The Lightning Thief. I don't know if it was because I had the movie stuck in my head, which was really annoying because now I understand why fans of the Percy Jackson books were so mad at the movie, because it has nothing to do with the movies, and it was really, really hard for me to get into it. I don't know, you could say like a new person reading the books, but overall I enjoyed Percy. I really laughed out loud. I love Annabeth Grover. I think I loved Grover a lot in this book. I have no idea why. I enjoyed it. I already had predicted that Luke's was going to be bad. Sorry if you have not read it, spoiler alert. But I don't know. I just had a really difficult time getting into this special book. I don't know why. But then I went and read The Sea of Monsters by Rick Riordan, which is the second book of the Percy Jackson series, and this one I enjoyed. I gave it a 4 out of 5 on Goodreads, and this is better than, obviously, than the movie. Now I understand a few things, and we get introduced to some new characters, and the mythology of it was really pretty interesting too. I'm not really into Greek mythology, but it was really fun to get into the whole mythology of it, and Percy Jackson is just an amazing character. So after that, I read The Titan Scourge, which is the third book of the Percy Jackson series by Rick Riordan. Right? Am I saying his name right? I'm sorry. I'm kind of new, and I'm probably gonna be butchering your name, Rick. Sorry. This was like my favorite, mostly because it had a little bit more action and a little bit more sass of Percy and Annabeth and the rest of the gang, and it was just so amazing. And I finally get to know who was Thalia. Like, in the movie, you know how it ends in The Sea of Monsters, if you have read it, seen it. It was just like, Thalia, who's Thalia, the daughter of Zeus? And I was just like, holy shit, what's gonna happen now? Well, obviously there's not gonna be more movies, so finally I'm gonna see what happens with Thalia, and then I get this, I did not expect the ending though. That was pretty intense. I was like, whoa, okay, this happens. We get introduced to new characters, and I really fell in love with Nico D'Angelo. He's my baby forever and ever, so yeah. So when I was reading the Titan Scourge Booktubeathon was going on. So I failed at that, so we're not gonna get into it. But nonetheless, I had a lot of fun time reading and trying to catch up, but I didn't catch up, so screw the Booktubeathon. I'm sorry, I'll do better next year. So yeah, the first book that I was supposed to be reading for the Booktubeathon was a book with pictures, and I decided on Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children by Ransom Briggs. This book surprised me because I went into it without knowing what the hell was it about, and just the reader really raves about this book, like literally raves about this book most of the time, or all of the time. But I started reading this book, and I took my time reading it, mostly because I had work, but mostly also because I really enjoyed the mystery and the weirdness of it, and I am so happy that I finally read it. I was surprised and really entertained by it. I really love the main character, and yeah, I gave this a 5 out of 5 on Goodreads, and I'm not gonna tell you what it's about. It's just creepy. It looks creepy, but if you read it, you really like it. Mostly because I'm into superheroes, mutated people, whatever. Here you go. I basically just told you what it's about, kinda. So I finished that book, and I decided to finish the Percy Jackson series. So after Miss Peregrine's, I read The Battle of the Labyrinth by Rick Riordan. And holy shit. Okay, I gave this book a 5 out of 5, and I said that the Titans are or 4, I don't know. But either way, it's about 4 or 4. But I enjoyed this book a lot, mostly because we're already getting to like the good stuff. So it was pretty intense. Pretty intense what was going on. Like, I was on the edge every single time. But it was awesome. Nico D'Angelo though. Nico D'Angelo! You know, he's my baby, I already told you. So after I finished this book, I went straight to The Last Olympia by Rick Riordan. And that book was just pure perfection at its best, because it was action-packed. There was not a single moment that I couldn't stop and just go like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. So I enjoyed it a lot. I gave this a 5 out of 5. I think this is my favorite book of the series. I can say that with certainty because it was just amazing, and yes. Okay, so I finished the Percy Jackson series, and that was like my end of my July wrap-up thing. So yeah, I don't know how many books there were. I hope you counted them. If not, then I guess I'm a liar, and yeah, I'm not gonna count it. If I do, I'm probably gonna leave a counter how many books I actually read. If not, I'm sorry, but I mean, at least I read something. So that was my July-June wrap-up thing of the month. Tell me what you read this summer / June, July, because I'm a bit late. See you guys into the video. I hope you liked it. Please like and favorite and subscribe to my channel for more. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!